Today I'm going to talk about Macbeth. I'm going to look at Paper 1, Section A, Part B. In a previous video I discussed Part A and I will link this to the description below. Now in that video I run through the timings, so I'm not going to do that again today. But Part B is all to do with the whole of the play. Now as a reminder, you do not need to do language analysis in Part B, but you do need to use context. As in my previous video, I'm going to refer to the past paper, May 2023. The Part B exam question was, explain the importance of power elsewhere in the play. In your answer, you must consider where power is shown and the effects power has within the play. Now, for this, you need to think about 3 key moments or 3 key areas where the theme is shown. Now, in order to get higher marks, it's really good to be thinking about the purpose. So what was Shakespeare's purpose in writing this play, and see if you can incorporate that in your ideas. Now, if I was to answer this question, I would have 3 paragraphs, and my 3 paragraphs would be about the following. Number 1, Macbeth's ambition and his desire for power. Number 2, the witches' influence and the power they have over Macbeth. And number 3, power to run the country and being the rightful king. Now, in Part A, I suggested you used a petal structure. However, for Part B, I suggest you use PEER, standing for point, evidence, explanation, and refer to context. Now the T in petal was technique for the language analysis, but because we're not doing language analysis today, we don't need that. The R is the important bit, refer to context. Now from those 3 ideas, I'm going to select one now and run through a PEER paragraph and how I would write an answer. So I'm going to go for the witch's influence and power over Macbeth. Okay, so for my point, I'm going to use words from the question. I'm going to say, Shakespeare's play Macbeth explores the theme of power through the omniscient nature of the witches. Now, I've included that word omniscient, sophisticated vocabulary, meaning all-knowing. It elevates my answer. My evidence. The witches are integral in the way the plot progresses and the struggle for power. They tell Macbeth in the first prophecies that he shalt be king hereafter. Now, it is always good to have memorised quotations. However, in the exam, if you cannot remember a direct quotation that's backing up your idea, you need to refer to a specific moment in the play. Be as specific as possible, because this shows the examiner that you have a real understanding of the whole of the play. Now for my explanation. This prediction indicates Macbeth's desire for ultimate power. Now that could stop there, but I'm going to go further in order to get higher marks. Later, when they also hint at his downfall with the apparitions, they show the dangerous nature of power. Their predictions and his consequent actions demonstrate the supernatural power and control they have over Macbeth. Now, lastly, my R, refer to context. This power immediately links Macbeth to evil, as during the 17th century, Shakespearean audiences believed that witches were servants to the devil. Again, I could stop there. However, I'm going to go a bit further. King James I was fascinated by the supernatural. By presenting the witch's power in a destructive and sinister way, Shakespeare is appeasing his king and appealing to his interests. Now, with the last section of that, I've tried to think about the purpose. I've tried to think about, why is Shakespeare including this? Why is he wanting his audience to think about power but linking it to supernatural? So that is only one of my paragraphs. I would then go back to my plan with my 2 other ideas, and those would make up the rest of my answer. Now, for revision, I suggest you now think about those 2 other ideas I said and see if you can write your own peer paragraphs for this question for those ideas. As always, please subscribe. Also, please make sure that you ask any questions in the comments and I will help you.